Okay, court is back in session and calls number 325-292. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Brad Thibodeau. Excuse me, Brad Thomas Thibodeau. Mr. Thibodeau, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Thibodeau?
I'm okay.
That's good. Now, Mr. Thibodeau, I understand that well, first of all, you are pro se, representing yourself. And do we have his paperwork? We can give it to our court coordinator. Okay. Now, Mr. Thibodeau, the paperwork that's just been handed to our court coordinator, one is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants with Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants without Attorney. Mr. Thibodeau, recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Are these your initials on the line stating you want to waive your right to an attorney to represent yourself?
Yes, sir.
I also have another document that's titled Waiver of Counsel for Purposes of Entering a Guilty Plea or Proceeding in the Trial. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Thibodeau, before you sign and initial these documents that I just showed you, did you read the documents?
What's the second one say?
Before you signed and initialed all of these two documents,
Yes.
did you read the documents before you signed and initialed?
Is one of them saying I'm pleading guilty?
None of them is saying you plead guilty. Let me do this here. Once you have a seat, right, just give them these documents, and let them read these documents right quick.
Well, the thing is, Mr. Yonner, I thought that I could come in here and it's dismissed. I didn't wear my glasses,
Okay, well,
but I understand.
okay, let me ask you this question. During the arraignment earlier, you remember we were sitting there
Yes, sir.
and I read these documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understood everything that I read to everybody in here? Okay. Well, first of all, let me ask you this here. Let me see that document. Okay, now the document that's titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. There is, let me do this here. It states that as a defendant in a criminal case, you have three options. Number one, you may hire an attorney. Do you understand that option?
Yes, sir.
Number two, if you do not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that option?
Yes, sir.
Number three, you may represent yourself. Do you understand that option?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you want an attorney to represent you and you have enough money to hire an attorney, the case will be reset to give you time to do so. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you want an attorney and do not have the money to hire one, you will need to fill out a financial questionnaire so that the proper person can determine whether or not to appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you understand that? You may not speak to the prosecutor about your case unless you sign a written waiver of your right to be represented by an attorney. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Be aware that there are dangers to self-representation. Waiving your right to an attorney. And now waiving your right to an attorney is you're basically saying that you're giving up your right to have an attorney. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So waiving your right to an attorney and representing yourself may result in a worse outcome for you and your case, including the loss of significant legal rights and opportunities relating to military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you choose to proceed without an attorney, you may change your mind at any time and may request counsel from the court. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, at the bottom of this document, it says defendant's choice. Mark initials next to only one choice. And it has initials BT on a line that is next to a box that states, I want to waive my right to an attorney. Did you place your initials on this line?
Yes, sir.
And there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Did you sign this document?
Yes, sir.
The next document is titled Waiver of Counsel for Purposes of Entering a Guilty Plea or Proceeding the Trial. And it reads, I have been advised of the nature and charges against me and the dangers and disadvantages of self-representation. Now, is that true?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My waiver is voluntarily and intelligently made. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Furthermore, I have been advised this 14th day of June of 2022 by the County Court at Law Number 2 of my right to representation by counsel in the case pending against me. I have been further advised that if I am unable to afford counsel, one will be appointed for me free of charge. Understanding my right to have counsel appointed for me free of charge, if I am not financially able to employ counsel, I wish to waive that right and request the court to proceed with my case without an attorney being appointed to represent me. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
And it says, I hereby waive my right to counsel. And is this your signature on the line? It
Yes,
says defendant. Okay. Now, Mr. Thibodeau, your case is going to be reset to give the state, Mr. Shearer, an opportunity to, I guess, do some research on the case. And how much time do you need, Mr. Shearer?
Well, I understand Mr. Thibodeau's been inconvenienced quite a bit already, so I will defer to him. We can pick this up next week or next month.
Is that fine with you? Next week?
Okay.
Okay. Put him on the announcement docket for, let's say Wednesday.
that's fine.
June 22nd.
Okay. Okay, it's gonna be reset to June 22nd of 2022. Mr. Thibodeau,
Yes, sir.
you're gonna stand on that 4X in front of our court coordinator. She's gonna reset your case. Once your case is reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Thank you. Yes, and Mr. Shearer, you may be excused. We didn't have any, wait up, do we have any?
No,
votes?
we didn't have anything.
We do. We have some-
We've noticed.
We
that-
do?
We've noticed that more and more they're asking for.
Hold on, let me see, they got, hold on. What about, what was that guy? Hold on. Oh, we got Zachary Zomat? Yeah, on page 3, he's, hold on, just do this here. Okay, court is in session in cause number 330-920, case is styled the state of Texas versus Zachary Zomat. Zachary Zomat was scheduled to be in court this morning for the court of Raymond docket at 9 a.m. At or about 9 a.m., Mr. Zomat's name was called by the court's bailiff at the courthouse door. Zachary Zomat did not answer after the bailiff called the name of Zachary Zomat. Well, Zachary Zomat has not appeared in court since the court's been in session. The time now is 12:17 p.m. on today's date of June 14th of 2022. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Zachary Zomat?
Max,
Yes, you may be excused.
No response, Your Honor.
Okay. Zachary Zomat's name was just called by the court's bailiff at the courthouse door. Zachary Zomat did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Zomat an opportunity to appear in court. He has not appeared in court. State, do you have a motion?
State would move for a forfeiture of bond and a warrant be issued from Mr. Zomat.
That motion will be granted. Zachary Zomat's bond will be forfeited and a warrant shall be issued for his arrest in cause number 330-920. Next case is that call Blaylock, cause number 331-892. Call Blaylock was scheduled to be, it's on page 4. Call Blaylock was scheduled to be in court this morning for the court's arraignment docket at 9 a.m. on today's date of June 14th of 2022. At or about 9 a.m., the court's bailiff called the name was Carl Blaylock. Carl Blaylock did not answer. Carl Blaylock has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. The time now is 12:19 p.m. on today's date. Ms. Williams, would you please call the name of Carl Blaylock? Okay, thanks.
No response, Your Honor.
Carl Blaylock's name was just called by the court's bailiff. Carl Blaylock did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Carl Blaylock an opportunity to appear in court. He is not appearing in court. State, do you have a motion?
State would move for bond forfeiture and a warrant to be issued for Mr.
Yeah.
Blaylock.
That motion will be granted. Warrant shall be issued for the arrest of Carl Blaylock, and his Carl Blaylock bond shall be forfeited in cause number 331-892. Next case is cause number 331-866. Case is style the state of Texas versus Naya Michelle Miller. Naya Miller was scheduled to be in court for the court's arraignment docket at 9 a.m. on today's date. Naya Miller's name was called at the courthouse door by the court's bailiff. Naya Miller did not answer. Naya Miller has not appeared in court since the court's been in session. The time now is 12:20 p.m. on today's date. Ms. Williams, would you please call the name of Naya Miller?
No response, Your Honor.
Naya Miller's name was just called at the courthouse door by the court's bailiff. Naya Miller did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Naya Miller an opportunity to appear in court. She has not appeared in court. State, do you have a motion?
State would move for bond forfeiture and a warrant to be issued.
That motion will be granted. Naya Miller's bond will be forfeited and a warrant should be issued for arrest in cause number 331-866. Next case is cause number 332-164. Case is style of state of Texas versus Bryce Smith. Bryce and cause number, she has two cases. I don't see the second case.
It's just one.
He's
Yeah, one, but I do see that Kevin Lane represents her on a felony.
Bryce? Yeah, oh yeah, well, I see a bondsman lane. Okay, oh, you did? Okay, yeah, I see Lane, yeah, represented on the, yeah, I see that. Bryce Smith was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. At or about 9 a.m. Bryce Smith's name was called at the courthouse door by the court's bailiff. Bryce Smith did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Ms. Smith an opportunity to appear. Bryce Smith has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. The time now is 12:22 p.m. Oh, you did? Oh, okay, they say Bryce Smith did appear this morning. However, Bryce Smith did not return back to court after he went to drug court. Ms. Bailey, Ms. Williams, would you please call the name of Bryce Smith?
Bryce Smith. No response, Your Honor.
Okay, Bryce Smith's name was just called by the court's bailiff at the courthouse door. Bryce Smith did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Smith an opportunity to return to court after appearing this morning. He has not returned to court. State, do you have a motion?
State would move for a forfeiture bond and a warrant be issued.
That motion will be granted. Bryce Smith's bond will be forfeited and a warrant shall be issued for the arrest, issued for his arrest in cause number 332-164.
Your Honor, it does appear that Mr. Smith got reset in drug court in August, into sometime in August. So
August 16.
apparently he took care of his business over there and just failed to come back.
Right.
You had him checked in too.
Yeah, I had him check. He was here. He checked in, but he was supposed to come back. He didn't come back. So at this time, Bryce Smith's bond will be, the state, do you have a motion?
State would move for a forfeiture bond and a warrant be issued.
Okay, that motion will be granted. Bryce Smith's bond will be forfeited and the warrant shall be issued for his arrest. This will conclude the calling of the court's arraignment docket scheduled at 9 a.m. on today's date of June 14, 2022 in County Court at Law Number 2, Jefferson County, Texas. Judge Terrence Holmes presiding.